Hi guys, it's Tozol from Cranky Gamers, and I'm going to attempt a very good video, and it's my PlayStation controller, and I'm going to attempt to swap the sticks. And we all know that these sticks have been susceptible. Sony even offer a return to base swap now if you have got the wearing out ones. Now in this package from good old trusty eBay, you will find quite simply two lovely Xbox control sticks, and I don't know if we're going to get that to zoom in. We should do. Yeah, oh wait, no we're not, but you get the gist, guys. It's got the rough edges. Basically they cost less than £2 on eBay, and I'm going to show you how to do this. You basically need a very small screwdriver. I've been actually hunting around for one because it was very tricky to get, and it's pretty simple. Now this is my spare controller now. I've bought a brand new red one and I just wanted to test it, so I am a bit carefree with it. Anyway, the four screws are basically there. I've already started to undo them, so I will quickly continue on, taking great care not to lose the screws, guys, obviously. As he says, carefully. Working on a black table is probably not the biggest tip I'll ever give you. But anyway, here we go. Let me try and get these last screws. I'd already started them, like I said. And they are very small. This is one of the smallest screwdrivers I've found, and it's not even posi drive either. It's a very small watchmaker's screwdriver, and I'm hoping it's going to last the tactic. Anyway, there we are. What you do now, biggest tip I've seen around, is turn over and find the grey bits here where the changeover is, and just gently, I've seen on the video, I say gently, look, there you are, you heard the pop, and then you heard the pop again, and it's a matter now of just keep forcing until, hopefully, as I'm doing this live, as you see, you've got to be pretty careful because there is a ribbon cable that you're going to get pretty early on in the piece. This isn't proving as easy as the one I have just watched, or the one I watched last week to give me this idea. So bear with me. As I say, guys, you're going to see it live, so you're going to see the difficulties I get, and I'm trying to be as careful as I can. But this is not popping like it did. They do say it's a bit, I don't want to obviously, but I tell you now, guys, this is really stiff, and you can see it's got some bend, so I might, let's try it from this angle. And I think let me check, I've got all the screws, obviously, yeah, 4 screws. I do want to check that. Let me try and get a screwdriver in there. I don't want to damage it, but this did pop pretty easily on the video. I might have to pause this, guys, because this is not proving. There we are. It's the top one at the top. That's what you've got to do. Get your finger in there, and it's this one up here that's proving the problem near the top of the triggers. There you are. It's popped. So now it's a matter of forcing it off. I think this bit as well has not popped down here. I'm hoping they've not changed the design since we've done this, but fingers crossed we're good to go in a minute. It's just what you're actually doing is popping a few clips, and it's just a matter of finding one. I think I've got one right down here near there, and I don't want to damage it, but like I say, I mean, obviously, guys, I'm going to stress that you be very careful, and that's basically, it's popped. So down we go, and hopefully now this should just release from the back of the triggers, and there we are. Now you've got to be very careful, I've seen on here on the video, and I just want to do it nice and gently. It's not coming away from the triggers. That is the problem. I don't want them to come off. So I'm easing it. It's round this way. I'm just reiterating, guys, just be careful. Obviously, these aren't cheap. 35 to 40 quid. And I've just got one more clip, I think. And as soon as I've got this, I think we're there. It's just this one in the corner. So you've seen, there we are. I think we're off. I don't want the triggers to come off. Do they actually come now? The careful, yeah, that trigger has come off on that one, which is not a bad thing. I think the other one, but anyway, let's get to it. The first ribbon cable is, let me get the camera in. First ribbon cable is this one. You can actually pull this off with your finger. You just gently, I say gently, this is proving a lot more difficult than what I've seen, so I'm going to be trying a little bit more gentle with this clip. I think the person on the video I watched, there we are, it's coming off. So basically that comes off. It is a ribbon cable, and we just drop that in there as well. So hopefully the triggers go back. I hope I don't have a problem with the springs. That could prove a difficulty later on. But anyway, the next thing to do is quite simply lift the battery. You can, if you choose to wish, unclip that one, but I'm just going to leave it out the way with the battery compartment, because I think you can just basically does this actually come off, because this looks a different design to me than the one I've seen on a video, so I might have to pause this video just to check. It's not going quite as smoothly as I had hoped, so let's hopefully get this sorted. This is the screw. You've got one screw down here, guys, in the middle that you need to undo, and basically gently unscrew it, which what will then happen, I am led to believe, is the board comes off if I've taken the screw off. I don't think it's off yet, but this is the only screw that you lift off, and that should then lift the board off and give us access to the main part. Now I'm thinking this is probably slightly different design. Let me try and see if I can put the battery in. This is very, very different to what I have seen, but I think we're there. I'm trying to be careful so we don't pull any wires or solder off, obviously, because I think I might have a hell of a job of getting this back on. But that seems to be held on, guys. That does. Not as easy as it shows in the video. It's lifting off, but I'm just wondering what is holding it on. I'm going to give this a turn round and have a look. I think it's a ribbon cable. Yep, it's another ribbon cable. I forgot. It's this one, guys. Very important. There's a ribbon cable. Let me try and show you there, that brown one. This one's a little bit more flimsy, so you do have to be careful, because this is only a kind of plastic ribbon cable, and I think once you can pull this out, and I do want to be careful with this one. Yeah, this is a difficult one to get out, and that's why it wasn't lifting out before, guys. So hopefully, again, I should probably use, actually I have got a set of tweezers here, which is what I thought I would have needed. So gently pull that ribbon cable out. You saw that, it pops out, and I'm guessing now that we should now have access to the main protagonist. And it basically is, guys, all I've been led to believe is a matter of popping these off like that, popping the other ones on like this. I want to be careful, as I say, I'm trying to be as very... People do say they're a little bit tight when you first put them on, so you've got to be careful. Yeah, that was very, very tight, and they might actually only go one way as well. So yeah, I think that might be it, but I can actually vouch, guys, these are tight, but they have gone on. There you are. So yeah, that one is on, so we'll pop this off. Apologies if I'm getting in the way of the camera, because obviously I'm just trying to, the best way I can suggest to do this is just turn it, yeah, and you can actually feel it. That was the mistake, but it's on. But basically it's a matter of turning it over, keeping the battery pack there for a second, dropping this in. The most difficult part I think you're going to have now is getting this little thing in. I do actually want to see where it goes, and I can see where it goes, and it slots just under there, and I have got a feel, I know I'm out of shot here, guys, it's got to basically go under there. There's a little slot. Hi guys, wow, we're back. You saw the beginning of the video. I wasn't actually going to do this, because as smooth as many of you have probably watched other videos, and this one that I thought was going to go smooth, it was a disaster, and I am going to still post this. I have rescued the controller, it is working, and I'll come to that in a second. So let's kick off first. You can see the sticks are on, and they look fantastic. The grips, they're Xbox One sticks, and they're beautiful. But I'll come to the problems I had, and I want to do it to heed warning for you guys. Big warning, you saw me take it off. That is way more difficult than a lot of videos would have you believe. Yes, still recommend the screws, push the two clips. One massive word of warning, when removing this, and you saw I was struggling, make sure you try and keep the shoulder buttons in. One of mine fell out. I have had an hour's job trying to get the spring back in and get that working. But as you can see, fortunately did it. That was a tough job. Two other words of warning. When you saw me take the top off, The first ribbon cable, which is the touchpad, you saw the white cable. You may look right back on the video and see where I make the fatal error. And I actually pulled the white clip off completely from the board. Didn't realise until much later. You actually wasn't supposed to pull that clip off. You were supposed to pull just the ribbon out. So heed warning, just the ribbon. I managed to get the clip back on, albeit I have got one slight problem with the controller I'll come to, and I think that's what's the cause. The other ribbon cable that gently pulls out from the touch board to the battery board, again, be very gentle. A lot of videos I've seen, very heavy-handed. They can be damaged easy. I think I've got away with it. It's fine. So as you can see, it's all back and working, and it did work. My worries with cables and clips coming off, I would just really tell you guys, take your time. It's possible, it's easy. I just made tough work of it. What I did, I tested Divinity, because Divinity uses all the controls. Sticks are brilliant, fine, I love the grips. That's what we're doing the video for. Everything else works. The touchpad I was worried about. That worked, put the map up. I was able to use the sticks, I was able to use every button. The share button was fine. The triggers were fine. That zooms in and out the map. That lets you choose spells and your itinerary. So everything worked. The one thing that doesn't work is that no longer lights up. Now some of you may argue that's a good thing. A lot of you do not like that and wanted Sony to actually put that in. Now I don't recommend messing about with the cables to deactivate that. Mine was done by error. But this controller now works fine. It is my second controller. I'm really tempted to get two more and put it in my brand new red controller that I've got. I have learned a hell of a lot by trying this video, and I'm pleased that I have. The mistakes that can be made. But having tackled it with this one, I have learned them mistakes and I would know what to do with the second. Whether I do, I don't know yet. Little bit lacking in confidence because of the bit of a mess up that I made. But I just want to put this video out there because all the other videos you see that show you that it's really easy, nice and easy, I don't want people to jump in headlong with their only controller and suffer the consequences I did. But just heed warning, the white clip on the board stays on, it's just the ribbon cable. That one is more delicate, pull that out carefully and place them back in. But the big one I said, these taking the top from the bottom is not as easy as you think. It's clipped on. You do have to apply a lot of force. By doing that force, you're in danger of popping these off. And boy, they are a pain to get back. But I have done. And this is what I'm saying. I've learnt the mistake. I could probably do the other one, taking a bit of care. And further down the line, I may even tackle it. May even just take this one apart to take these off and use it and just take my time. But there we are. It's all done. It works. See you next time.